Good morning. Welcome to this Phoenix Blue Morning Update on Tuesday the 20th September. I'm Tom Colley and I'll talk to you about the market and the news this morning. Well, if you watched yesterday, you'll realise that this is really a week that's totally dominated by central bank news. Tomorrow is the big day with 3 central bank rate announcements tomorrow. As we said yesterday, we're not looking to trade a great deal in this environment. We quite possibly will be waiting for all the announcements this week and all the speeches to play out and look for opportunities, high probability opportunities to enter the market going into next week. Let's have a look what's on the news front today. Overnight we had the monetary policy meetings from Australia. They were predominantly talking about house prices and that sort of thing. Didn't have a huge influence on the Aussie, although we did have a strange day yesterday because the exchange for the Australian dollar went down, meaning the market was closed for technical reasons. And with things that I've read, that had some potential knock-ons through the day yesterday, as the reason for moves were appreciated and price returned to levels pre that issue. Going forward this afternoon, we've got building permits out of the US. We've got the GDT price index, the dairy price index from New Zealand. That's a tentative time frame, usually comes call it mid-afternoon, something like that, but is, as we know, is very significant for the Kiwi because the New Zealand economy is very much based around its dairy industry. Then at 5:50 we've got the Governor of the Bank of Canada, Pollard, speaking, so again something to be aware of. Now, by the time you probably see our video in the morning tomorrow, we will have had the monetary policy statement and the press conference from the Bank of Japan. So we will have seen we'll have an idea of what their intention is going forward, how the results of the review they've been doing on their existing easing measures, and potentially how they see their actions going forward. As I said yesterday, there has been talk of a reduction of already negative interest rates, but that remains to be seen. But that will be the first item of the big items tomorrow. Bear in mind that tomorrow evening we've got the Fed statement before overnight having the Reserve Bank of New Zealand statement. So clearly a lot on there. I think we need to wait for the net result of the Japanese Bank of Japan statement and the Fed statement in order to be able to glean a direction for the market going forward. This is the US dollar, the dollar index. Basically, this chart is very similar to it was at this time yesterday morning. We had the price came down and then closed up a bit higher. But if in making this slide today, I saw yesterday's slide, and the body of this candle is very much the same as it was at this time yesterday, and the close yesterday is very much where it is still now. We did see a trading opportunity on the pound. It was an intraday trading opportunity. We're bearish this market because of the Brexit vote. We've had a substantial move down from recent highs here. Yesterday we saw a pullback through to this level here, an intraday entry. We'd have got our money into the trade, stops at break even, money off the table, and we'd now be sitting in this trade free of any risk. Another trade that we had, and it was purely intraday yesterday, and this was a very good spot from one of our traders, the Nasdaq reaching its previous all-time highs and reacting from that level there. Again, we had money off the table, stops at break even, and we have a free trade going into the news, obviously in the hope that that news will drive price down for our trade to continue. But the fact we've got no risk on the table means we're quite happy to leave that in right through the news, because the worst thing that can happen now is it stop us out for no loss. Over in commodities, we're short coffee. We have been for a while. It hasn't really been reacting quite how we wanted. Seasonally, coffee is bearish through this month, but only to the end of this month. Then it goes very, very much the other way. So as you can see, I've actually got a vertical line here on my chart. That's just to remind me that when we get to that sort of time frame, I want to be either getting out of the trade if we're still at this level, or certainly looking for getting out if we have had a move down in the meantime, because coffee is following its seasonal pattern and we are expecting a run up from here. Another trade we've been shorting for a while, or we've been shorting over a number of months on several different occasions. We've been short this market from right up here. We took money and several trades all the way down through here on a seasonal move. We also had an entry in here that triggered us but then stopped us out. Subsequently, we had a move down that we weren't part of, but we did get a pull down to this key level here yesterday, about a week, 10 days ago. We got into that trade. We've taken money off that. Our stops went to break even, but yesterday price came back up to that break even stop and stopped us out. But we still are at a key level here, so we'll be looking for a price action entry to trade this to the short side, again just towards the end of the month, because the soybean market will also change its seasonality at that point. Okay guys, so very limited this morning. You know why, we've already talked about all the news. However, if you want to learn more about how Phoenix Blue trade, if you want to move your trading to the next level, if you want to be able to take account of the Commitment of Traders report, seasonality and macro fundamentals, we have an opportunity this coming Friday afternoon in London for 4 hours free trading with our fund managers. This is an opportunity to trade live in the markets, assuming we have opportunities, but also it's to learn how we set up trades, how we analyse, and exactly what we can do for you in terms of improving your trading. Worth just a quick mention, Instagram, keep an eye on there. There'll be updates on a daily basis. If you can't make this date, we do this event every month, so pop onto the website, go to the contact section and say you would like to be advised of future events, and we can include you in that. So hopefully some of you who are listening will already be booked onto that. Probably with it being Tuesday, probably about the last opportunity this week to book into that event on Friday. Don't hesitate. It's really worth coming to find out. Absolutely no cost or no commitment to you, but you will find it, I'm sure, beneficial whether or not you end up having any further involvement with Phoenix Blue or not. Okay guys, as I said, brief today. It's all about the news this week. We will have our eye open for the type of intraday opportunities that I've shown you this morning on the Nasdaq and the pound, but they will be low risk intraday trades, and we'll be looking ahead to Bank of Japan early tomorrow morning, then Fed tomorrow night, for hopefully something that's going to give the market some direction going forward. Okay, thanks for listening, and we'll speak to you in the morning. Take care.